Hello, my name is Philip Totaro. I'm the founder and CEO of market research firm IntelStor. Welcome to your weekly dose of truth to power. Truth to Power examines data driven insights for the energy sector with a focus on renewables. On this week's episode, we're looking at the installed capacity and market share for the global hydropower market from the IntelStor Future of Renewables report. Well, the global market for hydropower is a total of 1.29 terawatts as of the end of 2025, with capacity deployment in 161 countries worldwide. Hydropower for utility power generation has been around for more than 100 years, and some of the most famous and prominent hydropower facilities in the world were built so long ago that they've already been refurbished or repowered potentially 3 or 4 times since the plant was constructed. But despite the success of hydropower in providing clean energy to the world and receiving a handsome amount of public funding to do so, hydropower's market share is dwindling against solar PV and onshore wind technology's growth. China leads the world in hydropower technology with 386.2 gigawatts installed. Almost every country in the world has at least one hydropower facility installed, except for those in water starved regions of North Africa and the Middle Eastern regions. However, with freshwater scarcity now driving part of the decision making process for energy security, hydropower appears to be losing its luster as investors seek less capital intensive forms of power generation to support. Due to China's influence, the Asia Pacific region leads the world with just over 50% of the capacity installed. The Americas follows with 28.6% market share due to substantial amount of commercial exploitation in Brazil, as well as the USA and Canada. Europe has 233 gigawatts installed across virtually every European country and is the only global region to lay claim to using hydropower technology in basically every country and recognized territory within the region. The Africa and Middle East region has substantially less capacity installed at only 3.3% of global market share, but the majority of their new facilities are being developed with Chinese investment banks and project developers who are offering turnkey contracts. Over time, market share has shifted away from Europe and the Americas to the Asia Pacific region thanks to the rise of China in the global hydropower market. Starting in the year 2000, the Americas led the world with over 38% of the global installed capacity, while Asia Pacific had just over 30% and Europe with slightly more than 26%. Africa and the Middle East has remained stable with between 2.5 and 3.5% of global installed capacity for hydropower over the past 25 years. Annual capacity additions are now between 10 and 16.5 gigawatts annually as hydropower has kind of peaked globally. The Asia Pacific region still leads the world in new capacity installed, with 77.4% of capacity additions planned in the next 5 years set to be installed in that region. The Americas, by contrast, will see just under 11% of that new capacity additions in the next 5 years moving forward, and Europe at 6.2%, with Africa and the Middle East at 5.5% of all the new capacity additions that are expected by 2030. New capacity installations have become relatively capital intensive because of the environmental permitting considerations that just simply did not exist when many of the pre existing installations were constructed. As such, refurbishment and repowering are becoming the order of the day for the global hydropower market. Having started with more than 709 gigawatts in the year 2000, it's clear that capacity has grown in the past 25 years for hydropower. The 82% capacity growth has resulted in just under 1.3 terawatts now installed globally. Nevertheless, while many renewable energy technologies are showing major growth through 2030, hydropower is only poised to add 3.6%, or an average compound growth annually of just 0.72%. Nevertheless, that's still 63.3 gigawatts of capacity growth that will still represent a significant contribution to renewable energy growth globally. That outpaces most of the total installed capacity of smaller renewable energy technologies, which underscores the ongoing importance of the global hydropower market. The industry will end 2030 with more than 1,360 gigawatts installed. That will see 695.6 gigawatts, or 51.3%, in the Asia Pacific region, as they continue to be led by China. The Americas will enjoy their spot in second place with 376.6 gigawatts, or 27.8%, with Brazil taking over leadership of the region. The USA and Canada will be relatively flat, and some Central and South American countries should make up the slack, with new capacity installed. Europe should end 2030 with 237 gigawatts, or 17.5%, installed capacity, and will have some significant new projects in Turkey come online. Africa and the Middle East will see 46.4 gigawatts installed, or 3.4% of total installed capacity by 2030. That reflects an impressive regional growth since the year 2000, when the region only had 23.4 gigawatts, to be fair. Thank you for joining me this week. I'm Philip Totaro, and this has been your weekly dose of truth to power. We'll have more to come from this IntelStor exclusive report, The Future of Renewables, next time on Truth to Power, including a look at generation and efficiency of the global hydropower market. In the meantime, you can follow us on IntelStor's YouTube channel, as well as your favorite audio platforms. And visit www.intelstor.com to join more than 300,000 subscribers to our renewable energy data solutions. We're adding subscribers faster than ever, so don't miss out. Register today. A full analysis of the global renewable energy market is available to online subscribers of this new exclusive IntelStor report, The Future of Renewables. And tickets are on sale now for the next Wind Summit event in Houston, Texas, on the 3rd and 4th of November, 2026. Visit www.windsummit.org and join hundreds of your industry colleagues to discuss all the latest trends in O&M. We've got speakers and panelists lined up from companies like NextEra, EDPR, EDF, Pattern Energy, ExxonMobil, WEG, and more. So don't miss out. Register today. We hope to see you there.